Today I'm going to show you guys how to sequence this pattern. Hey, how's it going everybody? Welcome to Freebeat. Now, if you've been enjoying the daily content that I upload here on the channel, not only should you click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell, but I've also got a free Halloween-themed live stream concert coming up. It's on Friday, October 30th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, right here on the channel. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hope to see everybody there. So today I've got the PO-32 tonic, and I am of course going to show you how to sequence that pattern that I showed off in the beginning of the video. Now this pattern is really cool. It basically emphasizes keeping the snare drum off of beats 2 and 4 to kind of subvert that expectation, which is something we've talked about in past videos here on the channel. And the cool thing about this pattern is that the snare drum isn't even in the same place on each beat. It's actually on the E of 2 and the and of 4, which is really, really cool. And just really quick before we get started, just like most of my other how to sequence videos, I'm going to be demonstrating this on a pocket operator. However, you'll be able to use basically whatever drum machine or groove box that you like, provided that it has at least a 16-step sequencer and the ability to double trigger or re-trigger individual steps. The sounds you're going to need for this are a kick, some kind of snare drum, some kind of hi-hat type sound, and then an open hi-hat type sound. I chose this really aggressive one because I quite enjoy it. So your final pattern will sound a little bit different than mine, but that's okay. Again, here's what mine sounds like. So we're going to start off by setting our tempo, and that's going to be 90 beats per minute. 91's fine too, just anywhere between really 85 and 95. And now we're going to select our kick drum. We're going to put it right on the downbeat of 1. So, doom, doodaloo, doo, gat, doom, doom. We're going to put it on the of 4 and the downbeat of 3. Doom, doo, doom, doom, just like that. Now we're going to take the snare drum and we're not going to put it on 2 and 4. We're going to put it on the E of 2 and the and of 4. That's going to be kind of the whole backbone of this pattern, if you will, is this interaction between the kick and the snare drum. Let's listen. Doom, 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 doom. You can hear that snare drum on the E of 2. Makes a really cool kind of funky feel in there. Almost like a nice little surprise. That would be a great place to play with some parameter locks as well. Maybe pitch it up or down there, depending. For the sake of simplicity, though, I'm just going to keep it as is. All right, so now that we've got that done, go ahead and select your hi-hat sound. In this case, I'm using this one. And we're going to start off with the hi-hat on the and of 1, as well as the of 1, and the downbeat of 2. And the point of the hi-hat here is to keep the pattern moving along so we don't have that awkward pause in between that first kick drum and the snare drum, which is on the offbeat or on the E of 2. So it kind of still gives us a little bit of comfort, if you will, so the listener's not completely out of the loop of what's going on. So let's continue with the hi-hat. We're going to put it on the and of 2, the of 2, and the downbeat of 3. Now let's listen. All right, so now let's address that huge open space at the end. We're going to keep going with the hi-hat. We're going to put it on the E of 3, the and of 3, and the of 3. Awesome. So there's the basics of the hi-hat laid out. Let's go ahead and get our open hi-hat sound. In this case, like I said, I'm using a super aggressive one. You can really change the feel of the pattern depending on what you use here, because this is going to be the standout sound, if you will, that's really going to grab the listener's attention. So we're going to go ahead and put it square on the downbeat of beat 4. Now let's listen. So that would be a pretty good place to stop. But we can funk this up a little bit more. We can actually double trigger some of our hi-hat steps, and it's going to create this nice stutter effect that plays really well with the rest of the pattern. So let's go ahead and get that done. So we're once again going to select our hi-hat. We're going to go to the hi-hat that's on the and of 1, and I'm going to trigger it 3 times. And on a pocket operator, how you do that is you hold the step you want to trigger while in write mode, and you tap BPM until it says T equals 3. You can go all the way up to 8, and then it resets. So T is 3. Now let's listen. You can hear that. Very, very cool. Now we're almost done with the pattern. We just have a couple more re-triggers to do. So we're actually going to, once again, triple trigger, but we're going to do it on the downbeat of beat 3 on that hi-hat. So I hold it down, press BPM twice, write mode on. Let's listen. Again, most folks would be comfortable stopping there, but I just want to take it one step further and also triple trigger the hi-hat that's on the and of beat 3. And that's going to kind of give it a little sense of urgency coming into that final snare drum. And of course, they don't get the final snare drum until the and of 4. They have to settle for that super weird, aggressive hi-hat that I chose on the downbeat of 4. And that's kind of what I meant by that, where it makes that sound really stick out to the listener. So let's listen to the pattern now. You can really hear that sound right there standing out. Now hopefully you get what I mean. And that's the pattern. It's really cool, really easy, really simple, but has a really large effect, especially when interworked with a bass line. That's one thing I really enjoy about this pattern, is it plays very well with the bass. Because the snare drum, again, is not on 2 and 4. So you can write the bass part around that and really have some fun with it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Sorry it took me so long to get a new how to sequence video out. I feel like it's been a month or two. Maybe it hasn't, I don't know. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like on it. If not, you can leave a dislike, that's okay too. Doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, check out that poster from my Halloween concert. You guys definitely don't want to miss it. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.